Welcome back everyone, it's Stephanie from Glitterful. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're looking to learn fun and easy glitter tumbler designs and DIY crafts, start today by subscribing to my channel below. Become that glitterholic and click that notification bell to always know when I upload. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get our cup ready for our 3D Mermaid Sunrise cup. So you want to start off with a basic stainless steel tumbler. Go ahead and get it prepped by sanding it down, giving it a good rinse. This one's a strip pile cup, so it does have some spray paint on there, but you don't have to worry about that. It won't interfere with the design, as for my cup at least. All right, so I do have some clay that I have left over for my gnome cup. So I'm going to be using that, and then I have another batch for the fin. You're going to need painter's tape because we're going to do one whole side mermaid, and the second side is going to be the ombre of the sunset, as well as where the fin will be basically the showstopper. So go ahead and add two pieces of tape on either side to basically break off the sides of your tumbler. Okay, so notice here at the top, I'm going to make a little cute belt for the tail, so kind of just to create some definition. So I'm using my polymer clay and I'm kneading it out, so I'm rolling it out to make sure it's long enough and thick enough. So I don't want it to be too thin because I still want to create that 3D effect. Once I see that it measures from tape edge to tape edge and it gives me at least a good centimeter there to push down a little bit on the sides without compromising the roll that we just made, I'm going to push down with my hands just like we did the gnome hat rim, and I'm going to push it towards the cup. This is so that we can create we can have the clay kind of hold on to the cup. I hope that makes sense. And you can see that there on the gnome that I just showed. So we're pushing down, again, just enough so that the belt is sticking, or I guess the clay piece is sticking onto the cup. So it has something to hold on to. It's not going to just roll off. To give my belt a little bit of a design, I'm going to be using the sculpting knife, which has like this really cute kind of curling thing at the end. Don't ask me what it's called, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. But it did have some cute little design to it. So I was like, you know what? Let's make some V's. And so that's what I'm doing onto the belt, or what I want to call the belt. So again, be creative about it. It's however you'd like to set up your mermaid scale, like the front, the half of her body. So have fun. I was thinking of doing some pearls. That kind of got away from me, but this whole clay design was so cool, and I was like, well, I have these sculpting tools, why not do it? So I thought that was really cool. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the fin now. Notice I'm going to start rolling this out in circular motion, and I'm using my Moz Bros arm so that I can kind of knead out I keep trying to say dough, the clay. And then I want to check how big it may be compared to the back. So once I figure that out, I'm going to sculpt out the fin. All right, guys, so you want to sculpt out the fin. Trust me, this doesn't look pretty right now, but this is just the outer layer, I should say, or the canvas. Like, it's just the beginning of what it's going to look like, right? Because you have to really sculpt this out. Once it has the right level of thickness, as well as kind of the shape that you're looking for, you want to, again, press down those sides onto the cup, okay? So you're going to want to use your sculpting tool. I am pressing down at that tip of the fin, just pressing it down just enough to create a really nice texture. And I'm also kind of pushing up as I'm pressing in, because it's going to lift the clay a little bit and it's going to make it look really cute. Then I'm using those lines as my marker to create the longer vertical lines, okay? And I'm not adding as much pressure. I'm just using the tip as texture to create texture. And I'm also doing it towards the sides because you don't want it to look like you made those marks to hold the clay onto there. You want it to look realistic. So I do kind of brush in some of that texture onto the sides. So now this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove our tape. We're going to hold on to this piece. See, you want to, I'll show you how to fix that in just 2 seconds. Save this because we're going to use it again. We know exactly where it's going to go. Go back into those areas. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that for a second and push that down there. All right, now we're going to take this. We're going to put it in the oven. 10 minutes, guys, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your stove. I do have a gas range, so mine heats up pretty quickly. So I'm going to do just 10 minutes on this. And then I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to spray paint it. I'm going to bring you guys along with me because we are going to put a layer of tape here. And we're going to split up the design. So this will be based white, and the tail as well will be base white. So we're going to play with that for a second because the rest of the backing is going to be white. It's going to be a sunset theme. Okay, so bear with me. We'll be back. Okay, guys, so I came back to chat with you all about how we're going to we are going to tape this up, okay? And I'm bringing out my churner here because we're gonna need some support. Once you add your cup to your churner and or wherever it is you feel comfortable applying your tape, I'm gonna go ahead and break out the places where I don't want my white spray paint to hit. So currently right now I'm taping off the backside where the sunrise is going to be and exposing just anywhere where the clay is and the areas where we will be using chroma flakes for. Now once you're done spray painting, you can go ahead and cover up all the white to add your colors. However you feel comfortable. If you want to do it opposite, you sure can. It's totally up to you, but I'm just covering up my pieces and I am giving my cup a base for my glitters. So I'm done spray painting. I'm removing my last cover-ups here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is you'll notice that there are some places that it's paint is kind of missing from. So what I'm going to do is use my foam brush, add a little bit of spray paint. If you have the acrylic colors, perfect. I'm using spray paint because I don't have the colors. And I will be using that to kind of paint in to the areas and the crevices where my spray paint didn't get to because of the tape. So that way I ensure that it's perfectly covered and I don't have any exposed silver base. So to get my cup ready for scales, I am going to be using my 3M double-sided tape. So I'm using my thickest line that I have here. I don't remember the exact measurements, but I will put the link on the site that I bought this off of eBay. And I used my thickest strip to apply my scales. And I'm using a new X-Acto knife blade in order to get a fresh clean line, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this all these lines straight up until I reach the bottom of the belt. We're going to be using Alina's Tack It Over and Over for application of the Chroma Flakes. I do not water it down. What I do is I apply it directly onto the cup. I use a heating gun to heat up the tacket so that the glue is tacky enough to hold anything that you're going to put on there. But today we're going to be using Chroma Flakes. I'm applying my Chroma Flakes with a standard brush. You can use it with a makeup brush, however you feel comfortable with. And you're just applying those flakes and spreading them around into those areas. Once you're done adding your Chroma Flakes, you can go ahead and apply your glitter. I am going to be using the epoxy method to apply my glitter. So I did whip up 5 mLs of epoxy, and I'm using my silicone brush, which you can find on our website at glitterful.com. I'm going to wait until my epoxy is dry in order to do my first layer of epoxy. To jazz up the cup, I am going to be adding some gold glitter onto some scattered scales. So I'm applying that with some Mod Podge. Once my first layer of epoxy is dry, I went ahead and sanded down the areas that needed some sanding, and I am applying my second and last layer of epoxy onto this cup. When my cup was done drying, I decided to take this cup up one whole notch, and I decided to apply rhinestones from our crystal collection with UV resin on scattered scales. So you're going to see that I'm applying, some scales are going to have a full rhinestone scale, and then others are just going to have the outline of the scale. You're going to need a UV flashlight and or a UV nail lamp to harden your UV resin. So again, guys, a UV flashlight and or a UV nail lamp to harden your resin. Hey guys, all right, well there you have it, our 3D mermaid fishtail sunset, half sunset cup, or sunrise I should say. Beautiful 3D fishtail. I cannot get over how cute this is, guys, and with the belt you could do so much more. I'm trying to keep it with as little rhinestones as possible here because this will be given to Miss Sophia. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel. Click that notification bell so you always know when I upload. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We do have Instagram, so follow us there and like us on Facebook. We have a crafting called Glitter Tumbler Epoxy Hacks Beginners to Advanced. I can't wait to see y'all there. Have a glitterful day. Bye.